And good morning. Could you tell us who have so far received the first vaccines at PGH?
Yes, Charles. As of now, a ceremonial vaccination is being conducted at the Philippine General Hospital, which started at 9 o'clock this morning. Only government media is allowed to cover this event, but it has a live stream so on social media, so we can still follow the happenings in PGH. The inoculation proper has just started, so the very first person to receive the vaccines in PGH is, of course, PGH Director Gerardo Legaspi, administered by the first vaccinator, Nurse Sherlock Santos. So after being vaccinated, Legaspi posed for a photo opportunity while holding his certification, which is a proof that he successfully received the vaccine. Also, Charles, among those who first received the vaccines from Sinovac are Dr. Edsel Salvana, FDA Director General Eric Domingo. So currently, they are being observed for any possible adverse effect. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque will also receive the vaccines today. So he was screened and asked to sign an informed consent. Aside from him, MMDA Chairman Ben-Hur Abalos, Vaccine Czar Carlito Galvez, and the PGH spokesperson Dr. Jonas Del Rosario will also be vaccinated today. So after them, around 60 to 80 other healthcare workers and other personnel in PGH are expected to be vaccinated today. You know what, Charles? The emotions in PGH is quite high. People around are clapping their hands after a person is vaccinated as a sign of hope and also gratitude to that person who volunteered to receive the vaccines first. So after the vaccination, Charles, there will be a press briefing to be moderated by presidential spokesperson Harry Roque. So 1,200 dosages of Sinovac arrived in PGH past 2 o'clock this morning. So these vaccines came from a cold storage in Marikina, then transported to Camp Crame before being delivered to PGH. So before the inoculation, some key officials also gave their special messages. This is the start of hope, according to Secretary Roque, and he expressed his gratitude to our healthcare workers who are considered our heroes. As for Secretary Galvez, he said he is grateful to China for they fulfill their commitment to deliver the vaccines this month. Moreover, he said that we cannot go back to our normal lives if we do not agree on receiving the vaccines. He said that it is our moral obligation to keep ourselves and our country safe. Meanwhile, Mayor Isko Moreno led a short prayer before delivering his speech. He said that a lot of people have died due to a COVID-19. That's why we should consider being vaccinated and trust the system and our government officials. Generally, Charles, they are saying that they are grateful and excited that the vaccines are now here, and so the government's inoculation program can now be implemented. They are all willing to receive the vaccines from Sinovac once they receive the approval to do so, to increase the confidence of the public to receive the vaccines. They also encourage the public to receive the vaccine for the government is ensuring the safety. And like what the government is consistently saying, no one is safe until everybody is safe. Charles?
Excellent, Jen. But then could you tell us, we have been talking at length over the past few days in preparation for the arrival of the vaccines. There have been simulation exercises left and right. Could you tell us about the other preparations for today's vaccination of medical personnel?
Yes, Charles, according to PGH spokesperson Dr. Jonas Del Rosario, they trained their personnel well on the proper inoculation. They made sure that everyone is wearing appropriate PPEs, and the location of the inoculation site is quite far from the patients in PGH. And he is also saying that there's no need to worry about the method because they will adopt proper steps and processes for the preparation of vials once it arrives in the hospital. They also assure the public that the operations in the hospitals will not be hampered while the healthcare workers are receiving their shots. Charles?
All right, we are set to receive more information from the spokesperson Harry Roque later on today. But then based on what we know, how many have been registered to actually receive Sinovac shots today?
Well, Charles, based on what we know right now, at least 5,000 of more than 6,000 personnel in PGH have registered for the program. So that includes the healthcare workers, even the security guards and the janitorial services. And now that the vaccines have arrived, those who will prioritize are those frontliners and healthcare workers in charge in COVID-19 facilities in PGH. So Dr. Del Rosario has been saying that PGH healthcare workers and even staff are excited to receive the initial batch of COVID-19 vaccines. Well, they expected Pfizer to arrive first, but then Sinovac is here now. PGH Director Legaspi was saying before that PGH doctors would be willing to take any vaccines as long as it has an EUA from the FDA. Charles.
All right, thank you for that report. That was Jen Kalimon reporting live on this historic event, the vaccination with Sinovac vaccines. Thank you, Jen. The OCTA research team named the cities of Pasay and Lapu-Lapu as areas of major concern, while Cebu City is reporting a slowdown in new infections. The nearby city of Lapu-Lapu is seeing an increase in cases. For the OCTA research team, this is a concerning development, given that hospital occupancy in the city is already at 77%. Meanwhile, in the NCR, which is still the main area of concern, Pasay stands out with an average of 107 new COVID cases per day. That's an increase of 365% compared to 2 weeks ago. Along with Navotas, Pasay is reporting the highest attack rate in Metro Manila. To tell us more about the COVID-19 situation in Lapu-Lapu, we have with us Mayor Junard Chan. Good morning, Mayor. The OCTA research team has named Lapu-Lapu as an area of major concern. What is your reaction to this, and what is the LGU doing about it?
At this time, we have recoveries last Saturday. We have more recoveries than the cases. In fact, we are the lowest among the Tri-Cities and the province of Cebu. Lapu-Lapu is the lowest cases. So at this time, we still strengthening our regarding our health protocols, and we strengthened our police force to apprehend those who are not wearing face masks. Actually, because of this new mutation that we have seen, so we want to strengthen our security.
Right, we were mentioning the hospital occupancy rates earlier. Do we have more capacity yet, Mayor? And what is the city government doing to pull down the infection rates?
Actually, you're talking on the hospital, because the hospital in Lapu-Lapu City, if you're talking on the government hospital, we have very few COVID patients. It's more on the private hospital, which the private hospitals, most of the patients are not from Lapu-Lapu City. They are from Cebu City. They are from other cities. So it was put in the record that it's charged by the Lapu-Lapu City, but honestly, the patients are not from us.
All right, thank you for those clarifications, and I do hope the situation in Lapu-Lapu City improves soon. Thanks for your time. That was Mayor Junard Chan of Lapu-Lapu City. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.